Okay friends, once again welcome to Login Science. Today's video will be on exponential graphs grade 12. Okay, we are going to solve a question on exponential graphs. Okay, this question was taken from the Limpopo province 2019. Okay, so this is the question. It's question 6 and you have 4 questions to solve. The total is 11 marks. Okay, you can see that. Okay, let's start with question 6 from Limpopo province from 2019. Okay, so this is the question. Okay, question 6. In the diagram below, f of x is equal to 2 to the power of x and the inverse of f are given. Okay, you are given f of x and the inverse of f. A and C are points on f. Okay, A and C are points on f. B is a point on the inverse of f. There's B on the inverse of f. CB and AB are perpendicular to each other. There's CB and AB, they are perpendicular. So they are forming an angle of 90 degrees at that point. 6.1, write down the equation of the inverse of f. The question is 2 marks. Okay, you can write down the equation of the inverse of f, or let me show you the steps how you can get the inverse of f. You are given f of x is equal to 2 to the power of x. Okay, this is what you are told, and the question is to find the inverse of f in the form y is equal to, okay, so f of x is equal to this. We have to change this first to y. This is y, so y is equal to 2 to the power of x. Okay, from this now you can exchange your y and x. So you have y there, you are going to put x is equal to 2 to the power of y. Okay, so you exchange your x and y if you want to get the inverse of a function. Okay, you exchange your x and y. Okay, now what you have to do is to get y the subject of the formula. You can see y is to the exponent. To get y the subject of the formula, since it is to the exponent, you have to introduce log on both sides of the equal sign. So you have log of x on the left is equal to log of 2 to the power of y on the right. Okay, I can carry on. We have log of x is equal to, I'm going to drop my exponent, you drop it down, you multiply it by log of 2. Okay, from here what you have to do is to divide by log of 2 on both sides so that you can make y the subject of the formula. So you divide by log of 2 on this side and you also do it this side. Okay, log of 2. So this and this will cancel. You only remain with y. So you have y is equal to this. Okay, what you have there. Okay, you can carry on. Y is equal to log of x to base 2. Okay, log of x to base 2. Okay, this is how you can write the inverse of f in the form y is equal to this. Okay, so this is the final answer. Now let's move on to question 6.2. Let me draw a line here. Okay, now it's 6.2. The question is calculate the length of AB, and this question is 5 marks. You have to calculate the length AB. There you have the length AB, that horizontal length. Okay, so you have to get AB. What is AB equal to? Okay, you can see if you wanna get the length AB, you are going to need the x coordinate of B and the x coordinate of A, because this is a horizontal distance. Okay, you're going to need the x coordinate there minus the x coordinate there. So the x coordinate of B minus the x coordinate of A. This is how you have to get the length AB. So you take what you have on the right minus what you have on the left. Always what you have on the right minus what you have on the left. If you have to get this vertical distance, the distance BC, you are going to take the y coordinate, right? Because you are trying to get the vertical distance, you are going to get the y coordinate of C minus the y coordinate of B. Okay, you start from the top minus what you have at the bottom. So you are going to use the y coordinate, okay, if you want to get the vertical distance. But in this question, we want to find the horizontal distance, the distance AB, okay? We are going to need the x-coordinate of B minus the x-coordinate of A because we need the horizontal distance, okay? So you can see you have A on the graph of F and B on the graph of the inverse of F. This is the graph of the inverse of F, okay? So we have f of x is equal to 2 to the power of x. You have A on the graph of f, right? A is on the graph of f. F of x is equal to 2 to the power of x. What are the coordinates of A? You have the y coordinate, it's 3. You don't know the x coordinate, okay? So you have this. You don't know the x coordinate of the point A. Let's write it as x sub A. So this is the x coordinate of A. And the y coordinate is 3. You can see it's 3. You don't know the x coordinate, okay? So the point A is on the graph of F. You can see that, okay? We are going to find the x coordinate of A, okay? And you're also given this graph. On this graph, you have the point B. So the inverse of f of x is equal to this. Remember from the previous question, we got the inverse of f in the form y is equal to log of x to base 2, okay? You can see that. So log of x to base 2. This is the inverse of f of x. And the coordinate of point B are, you don't know what the x coordinate is, but you know what the y coordinate is. You can see A and B, they have the same y coordinate because they are on the same horizontal line. A and B, they have the same y coordinate. So it's 3. But you don't know what the x coordinate of B is. Okay, the y coordinate is 3. So the coordinate, we can write the x coordinate as x sub B and the y coordinate is 3. Okay, you can see that. You don't know what the x coordinate is, but you know what the y coordinate is. Okay, so you have the point B on the inverse of f of x and you have the point A on the graph of f of x. Okay, so we can use this point to get the x coordinate of A, right? And you can use this point to get the x coordinate of B. Okay, you are given the equation. Okay, let's use it. Let's start with this one. This is your y coordinate. F of x is y. Okay, so you have 3 is equal to 2 to the power of x. Let's put x of A. Okay, the x coordinate of A like this. Okay, so you need to get the x coordinate of A. You can see it is to the exponent. You are going to introduce log on both sides. So you have log of 3 is equal to log of this. Okay, so that you can get this, because it is to the exponent, you need to introduce log on both sides. So from here you carry on. What you have to do is to drop the exponent down, right? X sub A times log of 2. Okay, you drop the exponent down, you multiply it by log of 2. This is equal to log of 3. Okay, and what you want to do is to get this on its own. You are going to divide by log of 2 on both sides. Okay, so this is going to cancel. Now you have x sub A, which is the x coordinate of A, is equal to this. Okay, from this x sub A, which is the x coordinate of the point A, is equal to, let's use the calculator, okay, to get this. So you have log of 3 over log of 2. Okay, I hope you can follow. And this is equal to 1.6. Let's keep it to one decimal place. 1.6. Okay, so 1.6 to one decimal place. Okay, so the x coordinate of the point A is equal to 1.6. Okay, you now need the x coordinate of the point B. Let's get it. So you have the y coordinate, which is 3. We are going to use this. This is your y, remember, this is your y, and your y is 3. Okay, you have 3 is equal to log of x. You have x sub b to the base 2. Okay, you substitute x sub b there because you want to get what? X sub b, which is the x-coordinate of the point B. Okay, you can carry on. Now you can see this is your base and this is your exponent. Whatever you have on the other side is your exponent. So what you have on the other side of the log is your exponent. This is your base. So from this, you can see that x sub b is equal to, you have the base to the power of the exponent. Okay, the base is this, and this is the exponent. You can see I've written it like that. So x sub b, or the x-coordinate of the point B, is equal to, this is 8. Okay, now after you have this, you can get the length AB. AB is equal to the x-coordinate of B minus the x-coordinate of A, right? This is equal to 8 minus 1.6. And finally, AB is equal to 8 minus 1.6 is equal to 6.4. Okay, so this is the length AB. Okay, you can see. Now let's move on and do 6.3. Okay, now 6.3, let me get the question again. Question 6 from Limpopo province, 2019. Okay, so 6.3, the question is calculate the length of CB where CB is perpendicular to AB. The question is 3 marks. Okay, you need to get CB. You can see now you are going to need the y-coordinate of C minus the y-coordinate of B. So you start from the top minus what you have at the bottom. Okay, because it is the vertical distance, you need to get the y-coordinate of C minus the y-coordinate of B. Okay, the question is 3 marks. Let's do it. Okay, so you have to get what? CB. What is the length? CB. We are going to need the y-coordinate of C minus the y-coordinate of B. You can see you have the y-coordinate of B. It is 3. But you don't know what the y-coordinate of C is. Okay, you only know the y-coordinate of B. It is 3. Okay, so the y-coordinate of B, you have it. It is equal to 3. You can see that. It's 3 there. Okay, now we need to get the y-coordinate of C. Okay, the point C is on the graph of F. You can see the point C is on the graph of F. Okay, so C is a point on the graph of F. Okay, what is the coordinate of C? Okay, so the x-coordinate, when you look at the graph, C and B, they have the same x-coordinate because they are on the same vertical line. Okay, they are on the same vertical line. So they have the same x-coordinate. Okay, remember from the previous question, the x-coordinate of B was equal to 8. Okay, so you have 8, and then the y-coordinate of C, you don't know what it is. We are going to find it. Okay, from this, you can see that the x-coordinate of C is equal to 8. Why? Since the x-coordinate of B is equal to the x-coordinate of C, you can see they are on the same vertical line. This is equal to 8. Okay, because C is a point on the graph of F, I'm going to use the equation of F to find the y-coordinate of C. Okay, so f of x is equal to 2 to the power of x. You can see you have it there. So C is on the graph of F. I can use the equation of the graph of F to find the y-coordinate of C. Okay, let's do that. So to get the y-coordinate of C, I'm going to take f of 8. Okay, if I take f of 8, I'm going to get the y-coordinate of C. Okay, f of 8 is equal to 2 to the power of x. X is 8. Okay, and this is equal to 256. Okay, so this is the y-coordinate of the point C. Okay, so the y-coordinate of the point C is equal to 256. And the length CB is equal to, you take the y-coordinate of the point C minus the y-coordinate of the point B. Okay, you always start from the top minus what you have at the bottom. Okay, this is equal to 256 minus 3. Okay, and so the length CB is equal to 253. Okay, let me draw a line here and let's do 6.4. 6.4 is, write down the domain of the inverse of f. Okay, the question is 1 mark. The domain of the inverse of f, you can see this is the inverse of f, right? This is the inverse of f. the domain is found on the x-axis. You take all the values of x that exist for this graph, okay? You have the inverse of f, there it is, and you are requested to get what? The domain. The domain is found on the x-axis. You take all the values of x that exist for this graph. You can see this graph exists from 0 to positive infinity. The graph still continues. So from 0 to positive infinity, this graph exists. Okay, so the domain will be x greater than 0, from 0 to positive infinity. Or you can write it as x element of this interval from 0 to infinity, from 0 to positive infinity, and make sure that you have round bracket. You have round bracket there because 0 is not included. 0 is not part of the domain. This is why I have a round bracket. And I have a round bracket there because I don't know what infinity is. This is why I'm using a round bracket. Okay, so this is how you can answer this question. We are done for today. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.